Today we play Turtonator. At first glance, this Pokemon doesn't have much going for it. It needs 3 energy to attack for only 90 damage, it discards 1 energy per attack, and its relatively low HP stat puts it in range of most late game threats. Also, it has a massive retreat cost. Its faults are balanced by its dedicated support, Kiawe. Kiawe attaches 2 energy to Turtonator and then ends the turn instantly. Which means that, if you happen to start with both Turtonator and Kiawe in hand, whether you go first or second, Turtonator becomes an absolute menace. And then for only a 1 energy commitment per turn, you can keep on dishing 90 damage every single turn. But even then, Turtonator can't really win a game by itself, and the fact that it needs 1 energy every turn means you can't really allocate that energy to anything else. This is where Toucannon comes in. For only 1 energy, Toucannon can immediately start hitting for 70, so even if your Turtonator is knocked out, the big bird is ready to drill pack anytime. 70 damage per turn isn't a lot, but paired with its 140 HP stat, it is a fairly bulky bird, especially with a giant cape, to survive the likes of Charizard, Incineroar, and even a Giratina with a Darkrai or Greninja ping. But what if you don't get Kiawe at the start? Doesn't that complicate things? Don't worry, you can start with your Pikipek in the lead, and quickly evolve it with Rare Candy to put a massive pressure on opponents early on. Giant Cape will also help your Pikipek survive early threats like Incineroar, Garchomp EX, and Skarmory. Because it only needs 1 energy, you can then start powering up your Turtonator in the back manually. In today's deck, we fire off the 2 cannons. This no EX deck is not only fun but felt like an absolute menace, forcing your opponents to always go through 3 Pokemon that can all typically attack multiple times for 70 to 90 damage every turn. I played for over 3 hours in Ultra Battle rank, and this deck was surprisingly able to compete fairly well with some of the top meta decks out there. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more fun of meta decks, please don't forget to leave a like and consider subscribing. This is a brand new channel, and any support is immensely appreciated. I also take deck requests. Is there any card you want to see played in rank? Let me know in the comments, and I'll build a deck around it. With that said, check this deck out in action for yourself, and enjoy the games. Going first would have been even better, especially against the likes of Giratina. We almost went Cyrus already as well. We Pokeball at a second Turtonator, which I'm not sure if we should play. I'm gonna put the Giant Cape because at this rate, Darkrai will finish us off. And with just Kiawe, get this guy to 3 energy. We keep the Turtonator for potential Pokemon communication. Try to get us a Pikipek and start getting the Toucannon ready. So yeah, I don't think the cape will do much. Second Kiawe. The Toucannon is ready. I can play it. I'm gonna put 1 energy on the one in the back. But yeah, so now he puts the energy on Darkrai, and we get kinda stuck. But if he attacks with Darkrai, the second Giratina isn't gonna be ready. So we could have a chance if we start building a Toucannon and get the Cyrus. Because this Darkrai is gonna take the lead. It's gonna potentially take out the 2 Turtonators. The second Turtonator is potentially gonna be able to attack once, because the Giratina will not be ready in time to finish it off. And then the Toucannon would be able to finish the game potentially. In a best case scenario, if it doesn't have a lot of healing. We have the Cyrus, which is great. But we need to attack right now. So yeah, maybe I should have saved the cape. But these guys run a lot of Mars and it would have been kind of dead weight on my hand. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get rid of any more cards. I need a Picky Pack. I have one Research Blade, they have 0 fortunately. Yeah, so he finishes it off this turn. Yeah, he pretty much needs to attack next turn as well. Can't let my Turtonator attack twice. Right, but then his cape is actually pretty good. It's not the cape, the Poison Barb is actually really good. Okay, so we get a Picky Pack. To put the energy on the Picky Pack and use Kiawe to get Turtonator ready to attack next turn. Like, surely he needs to attack. See, this is where Rocky Helmet is superior to Poison Barb, because now I attack and I'll still survive with 10 HP on his turn. Oh no, no, no. Oh, that is a really great top deck. We use Guzma, take this out, evolve the Picky Pack straight into Toucannon. I'm gonna put the energy on this one. We Fire Spin, deal 90 damage. Now we have Cyrus. Can he heal for more than 20? He possibly has a Pokemon Center Lady. So he's forced to put the energy on Darkrai again to be able to take this out. And it does have the Pokemon Center Lady. So now we kind of need the Giant Cape. Giant Cape top deck or bust. Wait, no. Yeah, that's right. He can't pink and put that ready on the same turn. But I also can't really. I'm gonna use the communication just so I get less vulnerable to Mars. And I'm not gonna play any Pokemon because of Sabrina. Pretty much have to do this. Mars would still be annoying because, yeah, I would have a 1 in 5 chance of drawing Cyrus, or 2 in 6. 1 in 3 chance of winning the game if he plays Mars. 100% if he doesn't. Yeah, he's forced to retreat. And Cyrus comes in for the win. This game, GG. Cannons fired. Turtonator firing away. Okay, going second, the Toucannon line, Research and Pokeball is pretty good hand. but him going first means he can evolve this really fast. Second piggyback. Research into Kiawe and another research. Not terrible. I'm gonna play the second piggyback because I already have a lot of Pokemon in hand for communication potentially. Not that I don't want to use them necessarily. So Solgaleo comes online already. Toucannon would survive a hit, but only if we get the rare candy. So please top deck a rare candy with this research. And cape, and that's really good. That's exactly what I wanted to see. I'm gonna play this as well. And at this point, like, communication is useless. I'm gonna evolve everything. And all the cards, hit this for 70. It cannot one-shot us back. Keep on the Turtonator, which is, you know, Guzma bait potentially. So I could have saved it, but I think that's alright. And it potentially has Lily and it's gonna survive for a few turns with Solgaleo. But I think it's kind of doomed to go down. Could also consider retreating and finishing off the Toucannon with that, but I think this is fine. I don't mind if it does, because we have Cyrus. And then we can kind of two-shot or one-shot the Skarmory if he doesn't play a cape. Another Skarmory, which should be fairly relevant. Rocky Helmet. So actually, because it's not a giant cape, I will one-shot this Skarmory first, because the Solgaleo in the back isn't ready to attack again. And then that should be game. So let's see, I mean, he could play red card or Mars and get rid of my Cyrus. But I don't have that many cards in the deck anymore. Let's game. GG, Solgaleo going down. So, going second, piggyback, rare candy, Trumbic. Fortunately, we actually go second, which means we can't one-shot this Prigatito right away. Although if he has Leaf Cape, you'd get outside of range also. At this point I am gonna cape it. Even though I think Florigato only deals 40 damage, it's a way of getting rid of some of these extra cards. So I get both Turtonators. don't think necessarily I need to play the second one. And Giant Cape would be better off against Meowscarada on the Turtonator. I am gonna play a second one. I'm gonna Cape it because I really see too many red cards nowadays in Mars. I'm already gonna prepare that, getting rid of some of excess cards in my hand. Now I have the Rare Candy Toucannon ready. So even with Leaf Cape, this Sprigatito goes down. He has the Floragato, and we did deal extra damage with the Turtonators, but it's gonna take a while to get online. So yeah, we just evolve straight away and start powering up the bench. 70 damage here. Now we can't really do much here other than like paralyzing me with Kakuna. But he goes for Floragato, which means... Wait, yeah, Meowscarada doesn't deal super effective damage against the Turtonator. I was thinking Turtonator felt like an EX for some reason, but it's not at all. So I'm not sure if this Giant Cape is going to be that useful. But it does have to go through 3 of my Pokemon. Okay, it uses Lily. So actually it can be pretty useful. So Beedrill is very dangerous against the Turtonators because it makes me discard 2 energies per turn. So I need, rather than powering up one of them, rather than splitting the energy between the 2 of them, I need to power up just one of them a lot. So we put this to get outside of range of Beedrill. Now we have 6 cards left, they have 3. Can we take down a Beedrill? So we go with this, Beedrill hits us for 80, Toucannon goes down, and then that Turtonator can start hitting for a lot. Even discarding 2 energies should no longer be much of an issue. Unless you get like extremely lucky with a Team Rocket Grunt. And he concedes, that's game. So this deck has been super fun to play. Like, I wouldn't necessarily recommend trying to get to Masters with this, because it's not as consistent as other top meta decks. Not that this is a top meta deck at all. I think the main reason is because even though they have a great synergy with the Turtonator and the Pikipek, and you're kind of quite happy going first or second with this deck, because if you go first, you have a chance at a Rare Candy Toucannon, pretty much knocking out their basic, if it is a basic that can evolve. There's a lot of them, like Gibbles, fire starters like Charmander, and also if you start with Turtonator and Kiawe, that's also a super strong combo. You also pretty much threaten to start dealing 90 damage every single turn after that. That's a lot of pressure while you start building your Pikipeks in the back. So to some extent, like, this is a fairly consistent deck that can deal a lot of damage. The problem is that if you don't get your Kiawes, Then the Turtonator having a 4 retreat cost, like you will be stuck with your Turtonator in the front line. And I mean, to some extent, you can just start giving it 1 energy every turn, but that's way too slow, especially for only a payoff of 90 damage that then will also be discarding. So the point of Turtonator is that it was balanced with Kiawe in mind, is that if you only spend 1 energy to power this up and start dealing 90 damage every turn for 1 energy, that's an amazing trade-off. But if you don't get your Kiawe, like, it is pretty much dead weight. Sometimes there's where that synergy comes in, because you can either Turtonator with Kiawe in the front line while you build your Toucannon in the back, or sometimes you can start with Pick-a-Peck and evolve it to Toucannon straight away while you start powering up the Turtonator in the back without Kiawe. And that's really nice synergy that took a lot of decks off guard, and all in all we managed to hold our ground very nicely. We even kind of got some win streaks almost into halfway into Ultra 3, but alas, we ran into a lot of Darkrai Giratinas, especially, you know, the Giratina's Darkrai's and the Giratina's Greninjas were particularly bad because they can kind of hit the right HP thresholds even if we get the capes to help out. Like, okay, a Toucannon with a cape is at 160, so that means it even survives Darkrai Giratina, but not for long, you know. If it does get hit by Darkrai twice, that's pretty much game over for that Toucannon. At least you might still be able to put up a fight with the rest of your Pokemon, but you will kind of have to not draw quite nicely all in all. But, you know, there's the deck. I really had a lot of fun with this. If you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing. And this is a brand new channel, and any support is immensely appreciated. I focus on off-meta decks played in rank to see like how good are they against the meta really. Typically, you know, because they're off meta, I wouldn't really recommend going to play them too much in Masters unless you just want to have some light fun. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.